Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are and what time of day it is when you watch this video. What music is this with Animal Crossing? Oh, it's the Tug of War? Oh dear. And it's number 37. I don't know if I like the Tug of War. Where's 37? Right there? Let's just take the Tug of War off. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, so here we are in episode 9. And I was decorating some interchanges and decorating some intersections, and I was making some general tweaks and doing some other stuff in the city. And as I was playing, the simulation was running, and I was kind of on 3 speed, and the park kind of leveled up all the way. So here's our amusement park. So remember, I drew that big long road right down the middle, and then there's the cross street, and there's the games and everything. I gave the swinging boat like a little tropical paradise to play in, and then I put these big twirly wheels on either side of the park, and then the big drop towers on either side, and I put the bumper cars opposite the big towers, so it's all symmetrical. And then at the far end of the park is the roller coaster. And I did find my castle pieces, and I need to figure out how I did it in the other city. I might go to the other city and look at how I did it. But the amusement park that I have in one of my other cities is not nearly this big. It was nice and compact, and I had like little rooms of the castle and paths going everywhere. It looked really cool. I might try and replicate that here, but later. Or I might just load up the other city and show you what I've done in other cities and how I made the castle adventure. But my castle pieces will not fit unless they're placed to a road. I've tried using prop anarchy. I've tried using regular anarchy. I've tried using everything. And they will not go in unless they're next to a road. I've even put down paths. Like, for example, in this menu, if you come here to the paths, there is a paved walkway. I think it might even be there's a pavement path. And with the pillar mod, you can force zoning. So if you drew a path, it had zoning on it, but it wasn't. It might have even been in one of the streets, like one of these small streets. 2-lane Plain Street. I think it might have even been this one. It might have even been that has the zoning on it, and it just has like cool little squares in the street. So I mean, it looks like 2 sidewalks put together, but it has zoning on it. And those are throughout the park, so the castle walls have something to clamp onto. I might try and figure out a way to do that at this park, but right now it's all built. So what I've done is I took a path and I put it around each of the rides. And then what I did with Node Controller is I lowered, I lowered all of these nodes to a maximum of 4 meters. Because if you go smaller than that, it makes them look kind of wonky. But if you leave them at 4, they're just nice and small and neat. So I put a path around all the rides. And I tried to make the park symmetrical with, like, the swinging boat is right there, the Ferris wheel is right here, and I put the haunted house in the middle of a haunted forest. So there's a path right here that goes out into the forest, a deep dark forest, and then you have a haunted house out here in the middle of the forest. Really cool, right? So the haunted house is in the middle of a haunted forest, and you can just see a grinning skeleton jack-o'-lantern on top of that house, but it's completely covered by trees, and you have to go through a deep dark forest path to get to the haunted forest. I love doing that with the haunted house. But yeah, there is the park. We'll activate the simulation. It's already a 5-star park. Yeah, so now that it's a 5-star park, I can take it off the main park, and that way when we put in the zoo, we can have that be the main park and we can build up the zoo, but we're not ready to do the zoo yet. I also added in a bus line to service the park in our last episode. Okay, so we have our 2 ways into the city, and check it out. I figured out how to do it. I was able to get the strip sign in while having the roads look normal. The way you have to do it, so if you use the bus lane with trees, this strip sign is not designed to connect with the bus lane with trees. Like, for example, if I tried to, remember you have to put it in with anarchy. If you try to add it in without doing anything, it does this weird thing to it. So what you have to do is this strip sign, when I went and looked at it on the workshop, and I'll put a link to this strip sign in the description box below, it only functions when it's connected to a road smaller than itself. So you look at this, and it is a 6-lane road. There's 3 lanes in each direction. It just has grass, but it also accepts the trees. So if you try to connect this to a 6-lane road with or without trees, it will not connect. It has to be a road smaller than it. So what I did is I took my little 4-lane road that I used for connecting to 6-lane roads, and I upgraded that right there so it just looked just like this. And then when you connect the strip sign to that, you can turn anarchy off. See, like right here, it won't. No, turn anarchy off. Oh, okay. Prop and tree anarchy is off. Anarchy is off. Okay. Oh, okay. When you try to connect it to the 6-lane road, it won't. But when you go to a road smaller than it, oh look, it does. And so it connects just fine. And then after you've done that, you can grab your big 6-lane road with trees in the bus lanes, upgrade the other 2 sections, and voila, there it is. So I was able to get the strip sign in. It just works. Now it looks nice. And what I'm going to do is we're not going to send out a big 6-lane road. We're going to send out a 4-lane road with trees in the middle. Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be sending a monorail right down the middle of the strip. We'll have a monorail station at the end of the strip and a monorail station close to the front of the strip. And this strip is going to be huge because what I have, like all the casinos and the hotels that I have, they're huge too. And I think I want to level all the way back to the highway. So grab our extra landscaping tools. We're going to take the level terrain. And the way you use the leveler, get a brush size. You right click to select your terrain height. Did you see that terrain height changed? So we'll put it at 0. We'll right click and it changes the terrain height. And then you left click to make all the terrain that height. We're not going to fudge with that beautiful canyon, because remember when we put in this interchange, it made that really pretty canyon right there. We're not going to fudge with that, but we're going to take this back as close as we can, and we'll have just a nice cliff that the interchange is on. And then we can take our smoothing gun and we can just smooth out where the highway is so it's not like right next to a cliff edge. And have it just be just like that. That way see, doesn't that look better than having cliffs everywhere? But then you have this beautiful canyon. Anyway, so now that we've basically leveled all this out, let's take our 4-lane road with trees. We're going to connect it right there, and we're going to bring it straight back for a while. How about 160 units. Bam, there it is. There is our strip. Okay, this is going to be a massive, massive commercial strip. And when we upgrade it to the monorail roads, what it'll be is the monorail can't go through the park. Like, I can't even anarchy a monorail line to go over the strip sign because that would just look horrible. So what we'll have is we'll have like a monorail station, say here. We'll have the monorail bus hub at the end of the strip. And then where the monorail station is where the first intersection will be for the 2 blocks that go out beyond the strip. And we'll have the monorail station go out on one of those blocks and then come out, maybe connect to the university, maybe have a monorail station right here on the backside of the university, and then have it connect to a monorail bus hub over here, have it swing around and come up the center and just have a big loop for the monorail. So that's what the plan is. And then because there's going to be a big median in the middle of the road with the monorail line that's going to be where the trees are, what I did in one of my other cities when I made a strip, I used these one-lane one-ways. And I branched off from the strip and made like little roads like right next to the strip. It's how close can I get these roads to be? If I can put a road right there in that square, we can anarchy it in. So Control A, and you can anarchy it in. Otherwise, it just goes red and you can't do it. But you can have it branch out just like that. So what I did is where I wanted to put a casino in, I would put a one-lane, one-way road right adjacent to the strip, and then have it connect and just make it look really nice, but have it be nice and tight next to the road, and put the casinos and the hotels on those. That way it makes little intersections all throughout the strip, just like it is in Vegas, because in Vegas on Las Vegas Boulevard, which is the strip part of Las Vegas, there's intersections like every 100 feet, but there's no stoplights because they're entrances and exits for the driveways for like the Hard Rock Hotel, for the Bellagio, for the Mandalay Bay, for Excalibur, for Circus, for the Venetian. Everything that's on the strip is right off the strip, but the entrances and exits to their big driveways that go up to the Porte Cochere for the hotel entrances and for the casino entrances all connect at little intersections all throughout the strip. And so that's what I want to do here. And we're losing people. We had another death wave. Remember, we were over 10,000 going for 11,000 in our last episode, and now we're down at 8,000 and we're 1,300 in the hole. So we need to get more people in because we have a huge residential demand, and we need to do commercial. And we have $1 million, but we're also losing 1,000. So we need to get this in. So one of the things I like to do right at the front of the strip, and that is going to bug me. Can we take our node controller and like make this bigger? Like remove the crosswalks. And even in this one, no, I want a crosswalk on that intersection. Yeah, I just need this intersection to be big, like 30. Just get that out of there. And then of course we just need to modify, we need to put in the markings. So again, solid line out to that solid line to that solid line. We have a dotted line that goes to there. We have a solid line that goes to there. Dotted line to there, and then hold shift to make a solid line. And then it just looks like that. And then what we can do is we can take a filler with holding Alt, and we can take the filler and click that node. It'll go over to that node, and then back to the beginning. And we could either have it be solid, or we could do stripes. And then if you rotate the angle here, we actually need to make it go. Actually, no, maybe it needs to be chevrons. Maybe it needs to be a chevron because we're splitting the road. We're just going to turn it until like right there, and then no, it needs to be stripes that go in this direction. Bugger. So it does need to be stripes, and then we just need to rotate the stripes correctly. There needs to be a positive angle because it needs to be stripes going in this direction. Yeah, so it just needs to be stripes just like that, and that would split the lanes from the 4 lanes that are coming in to the 4 lanes over there. We're just putting a median in, so we're just going to split the lanes apart and just go like that, going down the strip. Okay, now we're back in the positive because I don't know. Our budget is kind of weird, and we could probably save a lot of money if we turn our water budget down, because our water budget, we're consuming 39,000, but we're creating 480,000 a week. We could turn our water budget down and put a whole bunch of money back in our budget. So if we turn our water budget just down, we'll just turn the water budget down. And so now our water is 45,000 out of 36. So maybe turn it up just a little bit to say there. And hopefully that'll put a whole bunch of money back in our budget. We could do the same thing with the electricity because we're creating almost more than 4 times what we need. So we could turn the electricity down. because we don't need that much electricity. We'll turn the electricity down to the same as the water. Can we just... We can't edit it at yeah. 70% of normal seems to be good. 68. Come on. 70. Come on. Come on. I'm moving my mouse very carefully. 70. Okay. So now on our electricity, 89 to 40, we're pushing double. That'll be fine. Okay, and now we have a whole bunch of money back in our budget. Yay. Okay, so one of the things I like to do is I like to put big, tall, like really super tall towers at the front and a really bigger one at the other end. So in our unique buildings, there is a unique building in each of these levels. So levels 1 through 4, or 1 through 5, and then level 6. Once we get that unlocked, we can put in all the buildings. And then when monuments unlock, when we get to 80,000 population, then depending on how many of the unique buildings we put in, will determine which monuments we have unlocked. But other monuments in here that don't need anything special to unlock, like the city arch. In level 2, it's the clock tower. In level 3, it's the Old Market Street. I want to have the Old Market Street in the middle of the strip. And then just like Excalibur in Vegas, where you have all these tall, high-rise buildings and casinos and hotels, right smack dab in the middle, you have Excalibur, this medieval tower with a big, tall hotel tower behind it. But it's like this medieval castle right in the middle of the strip. And I want to do that here on the strip. So in level 3, this has to be placed roadside. Okay, let's put the Market Street in exactly halfway down the strip. So I'm just gonna eyeball this thing. And then at the other end of that Market Street, we'll put the castle, because one of the monuments, when we get monuments, is the Castle of Lord Chirpwick. It's basically a recolor of Neuschwanstein Castle in Bavaria in Germany. And it looks super cool when it's at the other end of Market Street, because then you have this nice little medieval town, and then you have a big castle at the other end of the town. And yeah, so right in the middle of the strip. So I'm just going to eyeball this thing. Right in the middle is right about there. Bam. There it is. There is Old Market Street. It's a walkable thing. There's some parking spaces right here. There is Old Market Street. And you know what? Let's go on 3-speed. Let's let our population build back up. Now, this thing needs power. It needs water. So before we go any farther, let's bring in a water pipe right down the strip. We'll connect it to this water main right there under the road, and we'll just take it down the entire length of the strip. There it is. That's in. And then I think we have to run. Oh, that covered it. So when we look at the water, it covered it. But we're also going to need water for the castle at the other end, so we'll just run the water main out right behind that. Now it just needs power. But what we're going to do, as we put the big commercial buildings in on this strip, the power will spread. Right now, the power extends right there to that little park. Okay, so another new unique building that we can put in on level 3. So we put in the Old Market Street. On level 4, one of the things we need to put in the Sea Fortress. Upkeep 1,200 a week. What we'll do is we'll put it in and then turn it off, because we don't have the money for it. And the Sea Fortress has to be placed on the seaside, but it will snap to a quay wall. So we'll put in the Sea Fortress right over there in the bay. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to turn it off, because we don't want to be paying 1,200 a week. And then in level 5, we have this observation tower at 560 a week. I want to put in the observation tower right at the beginning of the strip. Let's turn the white off. And we can either have it face the road, or we can have it face the strip road. And what this is just a super tall tower at the beginning of the strip. And it's right next to a park, so it's going to make this a very desirable place for people to come and want to visit. So put that right in. There it is. So there's one tower at the beginning of the strip. And if we want to even turn that off because of our budget, until we get the people back up. Because look, we're having another death wave. We were at 8,000 and we lost another 200 people. So we desperately need to get our residents up again. We need to get more population, but I want to get this commercial strip in. How much is this costing us? $12.80 a week. Let's turn that off. Put money back into our budget. Okay, so we're putting these... I just want to get the strip designed, and then as we get our budget back up, we can turn the buildings back on, because then we can afford it. Right now, we're just putting the things in. And then one of the... Is it a park, or is it a unique building? See, there's also... I also have this Euromast at 136 a week. That's super tall. And we could put a tall tower, like, right across from the medieval. We could put that tower in. Okay. And then I have this big monstrosity. Skyliner Hotel, 300 a week. I like to put this on the other side of the road. So these two towers on that side of the road. I like to put this on the other side of the road. Right here, right at the very end. Bam, there it is. That sucker is massive. Probably the tallest building in the city now. And I just like to dot the strip with big, super tall towers at either end. Now, let's start putting in the casinos, because we have a massive commercial demand. So if we start with mid-sized casinos here, put the big tall ones here, and just make it look interesting, I think that might work. I have a number of casinos. I just have to find them. Like I even have, that's a ziggurat garden that looks kind of cool, kind of like the Luxor in Vegas. And then these are the buildings that required to build the monuments, and like we don't even have the academic library, so we can build. Oh, that doesn't unlock any monuments, and that builds the Eden Project, but we have to have 300 city services building. In these other, it might even be level 3 when I start getting. Like I even have a mall entrance. I can build a big mall eventually. But in level 3, I think we start to have some casinos. Like there's the Link Casino. And the Link Casino is a decently sized building. The hotel tower is decently sized. The theater casino is right there. I have a Marriott Hotel. I have the Roxy movie theater. That can go in somewhere else. I also have a town hall. We could put that in eventually somewhere. Let's start with the Link Casino. And if I put it right here, then only people going into the strip can use it. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our one-lane road, and we're going to stick it in. I'm going to have the first intersection be right there in that square, have the intersection come off. So I need this one-lane road to go adjacent to the road. Hold down Control, press A to turn on Anarchy, and I only need it to go out like 5 units. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's close enough. You just need to have it go out to there. So I can then stick in the Link Casino, the actual casino building. So it'll fit in just like that. Okay, there it is. There's the Link Casino. And then once that is in, I can take this one-way road, and using a straight road, we take this and connect it with Anarchy right to the intersection, and then we take this other one right to the intersection. And then what we do to help with traffic, because we do not want traffic lights on this road at all, we're going to turn off the traffic lights. We're also going to turn around. I want to turn around this right there, so it's one way out, one way over. And then I want to turn the arrows off. So right here, I don't want the arrows on because they're facing the wrong direction. And what we can do with our Move It mod, let's come over here to our Move It mod. We can take this and we can just, if we can just select that bit of road and just arc it just a little bit, so it, just like that, arc it like that. And then you see how they're like this weird square bit of thing. If we can just grab that teensy bit of road right, I can right there, and just arc it. If we can arc it in such a way that the square goes away from that, like this, and then to get rid of that little bit, we can take our node controller and we have to take this intersection and put it back up to what it was. 15. And if we click make end straight, that's fine. It's not on a slope, it's on flat. If we just make it 15, and then if I can just move this road just a little bit more where the sidewalk isn't fighting me. I mean, I can live with that. Okay? So people can come in, they can go out, and I want to turn the stoplight off. I don't know why it keeps putting in a stoplight. Go away, Mr. Stoplight. We don't need stoplights for here. What we can do is we can just put in a stop sign at the end of the junction. Just put a stop sign on that junction, not on the strip, but on the end of at the end of the driveway. Okay? And then what I should have done is I need to fix this. So we're just gonna bulldoze that little bit. We're going to extend this one-way, one-lane road down, straight shot with anarchy on, bring it down a bit farther, right alongside the 4-lane. And we're going to add in, we added in the Link Casino, but we also need the Link Hotel Tower. Let's see. What we can do, we can make this really interesting. We can take a 2-lane, really super small road right here, go right down the side of the Link Casino, and put the hotel tower facing this road. And what I can do is I can turn off zoning on this part and then put it back in once the hotel tower is in. So let's say no zoning, we'll click upgrade and we'll just left click right there. That way when I put in the hotel tower, I can have it be right there on the intersection, right next to the Link Casino. Okay, and then what I can do with our move it mod, we'll have to eliminate, we're going to deselect that. I want to move this forward and right there so this kind of overhangs the street, because that's where the cars come in and they can park, and then they can go right into the Link Casino. And then we can take our move it mod with the hotel tower and we can butt it up right next to this small little road. Okay? And then what we can do right next to the hotel tower is we can put in the theater, because it's all part of the casino. And what we can do with the theater using our move it mod, oh whoops, okay, we can move this and have it be right next to the hotel tower. Okay, there we go. And if we want to even then take our small little 2-lane road, and it has to be far enough away from a node that you can actually put it right next to the theater. Is that too close to the theater? No, it's not. If we put this road in right there, look at that. They go down the steps and they're at that little tiny road right there. What we can do is we can connect this 2-lane road to that right there. Let me bulldoze the rest of this so it makes a nice little turnaround. And maybe what we do is we have maybe we turn this into a 1-lane. I think we should do that. Let's upgrade this to a 1-lane. So it goes around the corner right here, and this is 1 lane going up this way. And then what we can do is we can then connect it to the strip right there. And again, stupid arrows facing the wrong direction. Go away, little arrows. I don't want you on there. This is supposed to be 1 lane all the way out, so I don't know why that went to 2 lanes. Don't know, but this is supposed to be 1 lane out. Okay, and then with our Move It mod, we can just select that road right there and just arc it out just a bit. Like that. Okay, and then again with the stupid stoplights, go away. I want a stop sign here, a stop sign there, and a stop sign there. That way they're not getting in each other's way. And then what I want to do with node controller is make this intersection big. Like 20. See, that way this nice little casino that we just put in is on the strip, but it's not necessarily on the actual part of the strip. Now, remember the trick I taught you with node controller? When you see stuff like this, you can click on this. Instead of having it be custom, you can just say a middle and just eliminate that intersection. See, and then we have a nice big long space between intersections. We put in a casino, and if we want to do the same thing on the other side and put like in the palms right here, we can do that. So what I want to do right now, I'm going to do this off camera. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to put in all of the casinos. I have to go find them because some are parks, some are unique buildings, some are Rico buildings. Okay, so I have to go through everything and find it, and it would just take too much time to show you where all this stuff is. I'm going to go through and I am going to put in all the casinos that I have, all the tall, big, tall commercial buildings that I have, all of the cool little fun little perk things that I have. And when I come back, I will take you on a tour down the strip on everything that I put in and show you how I made this strip just look absolutely amazing and completely destroy this commercial demand. So meet me back here in just a moment when I will have this strip nice and decorated with all the cool fun things that I've downloaded from the workshop. So I'll see you in just a moment. Hello again, my friends. So I'm still in the process of decorating the strip, and I'm putting the casinos and stuff in. But as I was in the process of decorating the strip, this popped up. I finally reached 11,000 people. I haven't even done anything to the population. I haven't built any other towers. I've just been decorating the strip while the simulation's been running, and we just hit small cities. So woohoo, right? We now have 11,000. We now have access to the monorail. We also get trains. We get my monorail bus hub, so I can now put that at the end of the strip, and we can put the whole monorail down the middle of the strip. But I'll do that on camera when I place the monorail bus hub and put the monorail down the strip. And then we can also put in the public transportation. So I'm going to go back to continuing to decorate the strip and put down all the casinos that I have and look for everything. And I will be back with you just as soon as that is complete and we can put in the monorail line and put in the bus lines and fix the traffic on the strip, because right now the traffic is horrendous. But we will put in the public transportation and the monorail and all that on camera as soon as I'm done decorating the strip. So once again, I will see you back here in just a moment when I'm done decorating the strip. But yeah, small city, woohoo, yay! I love those firework effects when you get these milestones. So I look forward to showing you what I've done when I've completed decorating the strip, and we can continue on with our episode. So I'll see you in just a moment. Okay, I totally wasn't expecting this, because all I've been doing for the last 2.5 hours is decorating my strip, and I was putting some tall towers that they have like in Vegas, like the MGM hotel towers and like the Venetian tower, and not realizing, well, I kind of realized they were residential. Whoops. So here we are with a big city of a population of 17,000, and all I've done is decorate the strip. I'm still working on it. So I hope to be done fairly soon. Hopefully I don't go all the way to 20,000 by the time we get done decorating the strip, but there's no promises. I still have quite a bit of road to decorate, but I'm getting there. There's only just a little bit left to decorate, and then I'll do the unveiling and I'll show you what my strip looks like, and I hope you will like it. So I'll be back with you as soon as I'm done with this strip. So talk to you in just a minute. All right, welcome back. It only took me 4.5 hours to decorate the strip. I still need to put in the public transportation because traffic is horrendous right now, and that will help. I also want to still do the monorail, and I've had ideas about the monorail, but I think I want to save the monorail for the next episode because I want to put it in and I want to do it right, and I want to do some one-way things that go around buildings and then go straight down the strip, have a monorail station in the strip, and then at the other end branch off and go to other places in the city and put the monorail in next episode. Let me show you the strip that I made. So I put a strip sign down at the other end too, and then we can have that go somewhere. So on the back side of the strip sign, it says, "Thank you for visiting," when you leave the strip. And when you enter the strip, it says, "Welcome to the strip." And it lights up at night, and there's little lights that twinkle around it. It looks really cool when it's at night. So right here at the other end of the strip, I put in a pyramid because, like in Vegas, there's the Luxor. So I put in the Hanging Gardens. That's part of the Green Cities expansion. And then you saw me put in that ginormous sky tower when we were starting the strip, and how I liked having to have really big buildings, like really, really tall towers at each end of the strip. Oh, and apparently I forgot to put in water pipes for that tower right there. So let's take this right back and we'll put a water pipe right underneath that tower, and then that should take care of that. Okay, so we put in that big tower right there on that end, and then as we come down the strip, I put in the Grand Mall, because in Vegas they have over-the-top malls and over-the-top buildings, and this is an over-the-top building. So I put that mall in. Right across the street from that, I put in the Venetian Hotel, and it includes the pool and also a separate hotel tower. This is a residential building in Rico, and so it shot my population way up, and that's how I was able to get our, well, we got small city at 11,000. We got the monorail when I showed you that, and then all of a sudden we got big city, and you saw that, and so now we're going towards Grand City at 20,000. We're only 4,000 away, and the Grand City will give us a solar power plant. For Big City, we got liberal arts campus, and then extra waste processing. We also got crematoriums, and there's a really cool crematorium that I want to put in now that we have access to it. We also got crossover train station hub and the old market station and some cathedrals and some other stuff. And then for the small city, we got our monorails, we got our trains, we got all of our stations to go with that. I love the elevated train stations that I have here. We also got the hydroelectric plant, but I don't really have a need for that. We also got a college soccer stadium. That's under the parks, but we're not really going to be using that. I will use the Longing elevated train station, and I will also use there's also one for the monorails. Does it show it up here in the monorails? I don't know, but in the monorail menu, I have this Longing Road station for the monorails, and I absolutely love the way that station looks. It's so much better than the base station for the monorails. I also have this station that acts like the one with the road underneath it, but it's not as loud, and it looks a little better, and it's all made of glass, and it has an avenue underneath it, so it's an alternative to that. So moving down from that, I put in a festival area. And there are a couple of really high-end nightclubs on the Vegas Strip. So here's the festival area. The nightclub is right over there next to a music club. So we have nightlife here, and we have a TV station on the Strip, which is really cool. And then in Vegas, last time I was there, I actually saw these 3 towers being built. And these are hotel towers, but they act as residential buildings. Each of them has 393 households, and that was what got me the big city. And then this has 1,056 households, and the Venetian Tower has 584 households. So with all of this shot our population up to the small city and then the big city, and now we're going for Grand City at 20,000, but we're not there yet. And as we go down a little bit farther, we have the Pink Casino, which I believe is in Atlanta, Georgia. But it looks really cool. I don't have the Pink Diamond Casino because I have to build 20,000 squares of commercial buildings, and I've only done like 1,000. If I did 20,000 squares of commercial buildings, then I would get the Pink Diamond Casino, which I've never been able to build because I've never had that much demand for commercial. And then across from that is the fan zone part and also the music club. And this will level up as we get concerts and whatnot. And we can change the prices, and we can also have an ad campaign at $9,000 a week, but I don't want to do $9,000 a week. And then this is a premium studio at $3,000 a week, which, yeah, no thanks. So as we get more concerts in, then we'll get 2 stars and 3 stars, and we'll actually upgrade the festival area to this huge thing, and it will fill in this whole square, and then the pavement will connect to both sides. So right now it's just small, but that is a festival area for outdoor concerts. And there was an outdoor concert in Vegas, and that's where the mass shooting happened, if you remember that from a year or so ago. Moving down from that, we have the Prism Casino, which is from Atlantic City, New Jersey. And then across from that, we have the Silver Wind Casino. This one is actually in Cheyenne, Wyoming. It looks really cool, and when it's at night, these rings around the hotel, they kind of glow. And then the hotel tower, let me put it down to 1 speed. This casino sign for the Silver Wind Casino. This looks really cool with the rainbow effect on it. And then coming down from that, we have the Casino Hotel. That's just what it's called. There is a hotel that looks very similar to this in Vegas. I would love to put the Bellagio on the Strip, but I've never found a decent-sized Bellagio that's like 1-to-1. The Mandalay Bay is 1-to-1 for its size, and we'll see the Mandalay Bay. And then we have this casino, the Drosilavas Grand Casino. I think this is in India, but it's one of the casinos that I have that acts as a park and a tourist attraction, because the Strip is full of tourist attractions, right? And then we get to the midpoint of the park, of the Strip, and I found in the RICO stuff in the IT cluster, because the IT cluster is full of super tall buildings, I found this Sky Tower. It has 4,389 workers, and we still have 3,600 jobs, so we have a huge residential demand, no demand for commercial, no demand for industry. And across from that, just like it is on the Vegas Strip, there is a medieval section of the Vegas Strip halfway down the Strip. And you're going down the Strip, and all of a sudden you see these towers like a castle. And so this is Old Market Street. And what I'm going to be doing when we get monuments, I'm going to put the Castle of Lord Chirpwick right there. We'll put a little alleyway that connects to that path. We'll just put a little alleyway right behind that. And then we'll attach the Castle of Lord Chirpwick right back here, and that'll act like our Excalibur, little medieval section right in the middle of the Strip. And then right here, we have the Night Spire Casino. We have 2 of those. These count as office buildings. I've seen these in Evanston, Wyoming, and I've also seen them in a couple other places as I've traveled across the country. It's owned by MGM International, and they put these casinos up where they're having like test markets for building their casinos and stuff. So I've seen these in various cities. And then right there, we have the Oasis Hotel and Casino. This is the recreation of Mandalay Bay from Las Vegas. There it is, and it's 3-pronged attack. And this hotel has something like 12,000 rooms, and this acts as a commercial center, and there's 403 jobs available in this hotel and casino. Across from that, we have the Lucky Penny Casino. That's in Evanston, Wyoming. And then next to that, we have Nero's Palace. And I wanted to try and be as true as I could to Nero's Palace. If I can just get down to street level. But I want to be back here to street level. And I want to zoom in, but because these sub-buildings are so freaking tall. Oh my goodness, can I just go down a little bit? So there's Nero's Palace. And I wanted to be true to life to Caesar's Palace. So it has a big fountain out front and some plazas with statues and whatnot, and then the big building right there. And then right behind Nero's, or like Caesar's Palace, we have the Grand Mall, the Imperial Mall. So from the back side of the Strip, because I've been on the back side of the Strip, it does look like that behind Caesar's Palace. It's just too bad Caesar's Palace doesn't exist anymore on the Strip. It got torn down and to make way for other things. Next to that, we have the Grand America Hotel. Now, this hotel is actually in Salt Lake City, Utah, which is where I'm from. I'm from Park City, Utah, and it's just right down the hill in Salt Lake. But it's such a tall building, and it has the American flag on top of it normally,
but for some odd reason, because of one of the mods I have on, it's not flying the American flag. Don't know why, but it has the American flag on the flagpole up there. Across from that, we have the Lucky 7 Casino, and this is from Las Vegas, or the 7 Bets Casino. This is one of the new hotel casinos in Las Vegas. It looks really good. Right next to that, we have the Link Casino and Theater. So there's the Link Casino, there's the Link Casino Hotel Tower, and the Link Casino Theater is right behind that. And I tried to make it look just like it does in Vegas. It's on its own little section of the strip down by Circus Circus. There it is. And then from Atlantic City, New Jersey, we have the Palms Hotel and Casino, and it has this beautiful rainbow effect on the top of the building, and then the Palms sign at night glows in and out like that. Let's see how it turns off and then comes back on. That's what it does all night long, and I absolutely love it. And then we have the observation tower, which is needed to build the Lord Chirpwick's Castle monument. And then right here is the strip sign that we put in, and we got the lights working just right. And you can see there is a shit ton of people. There's like a whole bunch of people going down to the strip because this is a massive place, and the strip is very walkable, and you can see there's a lot of pedestrians walking. So this is prime for a bus route, or even 2 or 3 or 4 bus routes. But I want to put in that public transportation next time, because it's already gotten, this episode has already been in so many parts, and I don't want to be rambling on for hours and hours and hours. But I did finally get the strip built, and let's have some fun. So what I'm going to do, I am going to go into my options. I'm going to go to gameplay, and I'm going to say use the day and night cycle. And then under ultimate eye candy, we're going to turn the night, we're going to pause the night cycle, but we're going to put the time of day to in the evening. So there the sun is setting, it goes to nighttime, there it is, and here is the strip at night. The observation tower is all lit up, the Palms Casino Resort lights up in yellow at the bottom, orange at the top. It looks so good. The Link Casino is lit up in white and blue. It's so pretty. The 7 Bets Casino lights up in red lights up halfway up the tower, blue lights at the top, white lights at the bottom. The Grand America Hotel in Salt Lake City, it doesn't have a lot of exterior lights because Salt Lake City is not exactly a gaming town. We don't have any gaming in Utah. If I can just get the right, oh, stop, right, oh, whatever. I can't even get it, but it does have lights around the porte cochere where the cars go in and you unload and stuff. And then you can see rooms lit up on the outside, and then on the back side of the hotel there are street lights on the back side of the hotel. And in Salt Lake City, this hotel takes up 1 full city block, and in Salt Lake City, blocks are 0.6 of a mile long instead of half a mile long. And so this hotel is absolutely massive, and you can see that it takes up 1 whole city block. It is an absolutely massive hotel, and it's right in the middle of Salt Lake City. It's on State Street. Actually, no, it's on Main Street and 500 South. So all the really tall buildings in Salt Lake go from North Temple to 3rd South, and then there's 2 blocks where it's just kind of flat, and then this huge giant hotel that's 19 stories tall, just rising out from other buildings that are only 2 and 3 stories tall. So it's a huge icon landmark in the middle of Salt Lake City. And then the Nero's Palace and its courts right out front just looks so good at night. It's all lit up just like Caesar Palace was all lit up with the spotlights on the ground that shine up at the hotel. And then the Imperial Mall is all lit up, and just look at that at night. It looks so beautiful at night. And then Mandalay Bay is bathed in yellow light. Oh my gosh, I love the way that the strip looks at night. Don't you think this looks amazing? And then here we are at Market Street, the old Market Street, and its windows are lit up. It doesn't have a lot of flamboyant lights, but then again, neither does Excalibur. Excalibur is this pristine marble white castle right in the middle of the strip. It doesn't have a lot of exterior lights, but it does have blue towers and red towers, and it's just bam right there in the middle of the strip, and it's just there. just kind of like what this is. And then we have this observation tower, which has lights on it, and the Sky Reach tower just looks really cool. Now, the Night Spire Casino, it lights up in different colors, and it comes in the purple and the red, green and yellow. It comes in blue and orange, and then it also comes in yellow, blue, I think. It comes in 4 different colors, and it's just random when you place them down. And I like those 2 the best. The Drosilius Grand Casino is lit up with 1 red light, 1 blue light. The Casino Hotel has a light at the top shining down on it, and white lights shining on the back of it, so it's all lit up. The Prism has the rainbow colors in it. It's kind of overpowered by all the white lights of the windows. Looking at the Silverwind, doesn't that just look gorgeous how it glows at night? I love this. Okay. And then we have the music hall, which lights up like this, and then the fan zone park. The fan zone park doesn't really have a lot of lights, whereas the Pink Casino has a few lights up in the hotel towers, but not really a lot of lights on it. And from the back side, it has a few pink lights on it. There's a few lights on the broadcasting house. That looks kind of cool, right? And then here is the festival zone. That has some lights on it, but these right here, these are absolutely gorgeous at night. These are in Las Vegas. These are limestone towers, and they have gold inlay, like in the limestone. And then they have these huge spotlights that shine up on them at night, and they just glow in white and gold. So pretty. So pretty. And then the Grand Mall is all lit up in this beautiful golden hue. And then the Venetian Hotel looks just like it does in Vegas. And the Venetian Hotel, I believe, is right next door to Circus Circus. And it just looks so good. And then this tower looks amazing. You can see the restaurant and the hotel up at the top, and then it has red lights in the middle. And then the strip sign, look at this at night. It's all lit up, and there's red lights and gold lights on it. So it says, "Welcome to the Strip." And then the back side is all lit up, and it says, "Thank you for visiting." So this is what the Strip looks like at night. And look at the Hanging Gardens. So pretty. So pretty. We'll just consider that to be the Luxor, even though it doesn't have a giant diamond ball at the top to shine out across. And then, like, there is a huge giant, I believe it's called the Stratosphere, like the roller coaster Stratosphere at the top of this huge tall tower. And so we have that's kind of like the Stratosphere on the Strip. Like, just imagine there's a roller coaster up there. But this is what the Strip looks like at night. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I don't know why this tower is just slightly different. Maybe it's because it's shining the light from the other towers on it, and this one up front, yeah. But I mean, these 3 towers look incredible together, and I love that. And I love the super tall buildings right there on the Strip. But there is my Strip, and what I did is there's only 3-4 intersections on the actual Strip road. There's one at the end, and then there's one 48 units right there, another 48 units right here, and then at the beginning. And then what I did is I ran parallel roads of single wide, 1 lane, 1-way roads all the way down. So these frontage roads on the Strip only go in one direction, all the way down. Both sides go all the way down, and then they will converge right here. And then the Strip can go both directions. But just like it is in Vegas, the Vegas Strip is always clogged, especially at night. But we can't really have that in our city, because it will kill our traffic and make things just completely congested. Here is our amusement park at night, Chirpyland Gate, and you can see the fireworks are going on, and look at all the people coming in. I'm so glad I put in this bus stop. Now, why is it defaulting to the default roads? I specifically told it to... Okay, so what we have to do here, let's go to options. Let's go to Road United Core. Let's go back to Vanilla, and then back to North America Plus. It takes just a minute, but the North America Plus roads they just look better. They have the same kind of lights as everything else. A beautiful golden hue on the 4-lane roads. And then here's Trippyland. And I think one of my policies on the adventure park is to have even more fun night tours and celebrate. So they're having fireworks going on. Don't you love the fireworks in this game? They just look so cool. And of course the 4th of July was yesterday. And so it's just like the 4th of July. And we have, where I live, we have a rodeo every year, a PRCA rodeo. And there is a fireworks show every night at the rodeo. And so tonight is July 5th, and I'll go and watch the fireworks tonight when the rodeo's done. The show starts around 10 o'clock. So there's Trippyland. Here's our amusement park at night. It looks kind of like Lagoon. Lagoon is an amusement park in Utah. It's in Farmington, Utah. It's owned by Six Flags, and they have a roller coaster at Lagoon. It's called the Cannibal. And when you come out of the gate at the top of the tower, so you have to climb this, you have to go up this tower to the very top where the ride begins. It actually goes down and then goes beyond vertical. You're not going upside down, but you're going beyond vertical, and then you do this huge thing and it comes down to a loop. But you go beyond vertical on the Cannibal. It's a freaky, scary ride. I've been on it once, and I'm just like, I'm never again. I can't do something like that. I love the Colossus at Lagoon. It goes down and then does a double loop-to-loop, and then half corkscrew, and I love that one. But going beyond vertical, it made my stomach drop out from under me. It was so bad. And I love the rainbow effects of the Hypergate roller coaster at night, and then the cars just go around it. You can see the car going down right there, and it goes on the double loop. There's a loop, and there's a loop. Oh, whoops. And it just goes around and around, and there's a partial corkscrew right there. And there's another loop, and then it goes around in a circle and goes back to the greenhouse. So I love that roller coaster. And look at the Ferris wheel. It has sparkly lights on it too. Isn't that cool with the Ferris wheel? Oh, and look at the Ferris wheel. Yield wheel has cool little lights on it. Paradox Interactive went all out and made the park life stuff look absolutely amazing at night, and how things are all lit up. And then the bumper cars have a big light on top. And then what is this called? The pendulum ride is all lit up in orange and magentas and greens and yellows. It's so cool. And then this is a rocket drop ride, so you get lifted up and then you drop. And they have one of those at Lagoon too, and it's so fun to just, there you are at the top, and then you just get released and you drop. And then there's a big cushion of air, like a big fan almost. It's really fun to ride on that one. And then, of course, you go through the spooky haunted forest, and there is the haunted house, and the haunted house has a skull at the entrance, and a freaky jack-o'-lantern spinning around on top, and the eyes are twirling around. But yeah, this is the haunted house in the middle of the haunted forest, and this is the amusement park at night. And then we come over here, and the industrial sector looks really cool at night, and the Statue of Industry is all lit up. And then you come down to the main avenue of the city, and this is still basically cleared up. This is not where the congestion is. The congestion's over at the commercial strip. But I mean, look how pretty the city is at night. And like, look at the city arch lighting up that, and then the Mall of Moderation is right there. And then the Trimage usually has some lights that, let me change the time of day to a little bit earlier. Go. I thought this tower lights up at night. I mean, it's lit up a little bit there, so you can see that there are. I mean, let's go to that level of night at 29 minutes after midnight, and look at that. The tower is just some very subtle yellow lights in that tower. And then there's our transportation tower, and it's lit up in yellow, and the Marriott Hotel has some lights through it. But I love the way the Cosmopolitan looks with those horizontal blue lines. Oh, I just love that. And then we have the Posh Mall right here. I love the way the city looks at night. The graveyard doesn't seem to have a lot of lights on it, but then most cemeteries don't. They have little lights, like the cemeteries we have around here where I live people put little solar-powered lights by their family graves, and so their graves are lit up by little solar lights. But remember, we got a crematorium, and there is a crematorium that I like to place. It's called, it's a church that acts as a crematorium. Let's see, and this is content creator packs, medical laboratories, and then this is St. Andrew's Church, which is a crematorium. And each city needs to have some sort of religion. And this church is fairly big. We can actually stick it in right next to the Trimage. Is it going to fit? No, it's not. Would it fit right here? It might fit because it has pine trees on one side but nothing on the other side. If we stick this in right there, look at that. It just complements that statue of... Is this a statue of life and death? That fountain of life and death. And then we have St. Andrew's Church, which is a crematorium. Just so beautiful right there. And it has a couple of street lamps out front. And then with the lights from the fountain of life and death, part of the church is all lit up. But I mean, look how beautiful that church is. And if the camera didn't, if I could zoom in just a little bit more and then just zoom around, it won't let me go on that side of the building because of that transportation tower. But there is St. Andrew's Church. It's a crematorium, and it has a little sign out front that says St. Andrew's Church. And that will help with our graveyard. So we have a nice little country church. And then I totally forgot that I had another church that just fits in the corner of an intersection, and it faces the corner of an intersection. And I'm thinking the best place to put that would be to demolish these 4 houses, because I mean, it's only... Yeah. So if we go to the monuments or the unique buildings and go to level 4, there's like other things we can put in here. I don't have, see the 20,000 squares of commercial zone build, I'll get the business park, and I need to do that for the Eden project, which basically gives us the arch that's in St. Louis. Once I get that, I'll be able to have the Pink Diamond casino to put on the strip. But if we scroll down through the level 4 buildings, we'll come across this interesting building called St. Mary's Church. And this church actually sits on a corner and faces the corner. So I'd have to demolish, let me press E, demolish this house and that house. We're going to pause the simulation, and we're going to click on St. Mary's Church. And we actually need to demolish that house too. So we got those 4 houses. But look how pretty it is. If we put it on this intersection, it faces that intersection. But I think I want it to face this intersection. So we're going to put it in. And look at how gorgeous that is. It doesn't have any lights on it for after dark. But it's just a nice little church in the middle of the city facing the intersection. And it is such a gorgeous building. There's that big massive tower that we put in. And it just looks so nice. So there's that, and then we'll start the simulation. We'll go back up to 3. We have some residential commands, so hopefully some houses will build in here, and then they'll get to level up again. So yeah, some houses are already starting to come in, which looks really cool. And what we could even do is we could even put in one of our townhouses for low density. We could put in like this townhouse if we wanted. It's only, oh, is it really only 2x2? Sweet. We could put in a townhouse behind the church if we wanted, or we could just let the zoning fill in. So yeah, it's filling in nicely again. This part of the city, we already fixed the traffic, and it's staying fixed. So the cars are moving. There's really not a lot of congestion. If I go to my traffic, we're down at 45%, and that's because of this. And the highway, and everyone wants to come to the strip because I don't have adequate public transportation. So we need to get the monorails in, we need to get the bus stations in, and the bus stops in, and that should hopefully clear a lot of this up. So there was also there was a bus station that appeared in the transportation. So if we go to the buses, there is an inner city bus station, but then here there's a metro inner city bus hub, a train metro hub. This is a bus metro hub. This is the bus inner city bus hub, and this is the metro inner city bus hub, and I don't think it has... Hello, it is roadside. There's zoning squares there. At least I think there's zoning squares there. Okay, why are there no zoning squares on the 2-lane one-ways? We want to do default. I don't know what happened to the zoning squares. You have to have zoning squares in order to put stuff in. And so this, I don't think, I know it has metro underneath it, but it doesn't have any bus stops. And when I was looking through what we got unlocked at, was it Big City or was it Small City? It might have been at Small City. There was a different kind of a metro intercity bus hub. It says, transportation hub designed to guide people to and from the city. Citizens can easily switch between intercity bus and metro, providing citizens and tourists with easy access to outside connections and public transportation. Okay, that's not exactly what I wanted. But there was another bus station, I thought. Medium elevated station, train station. Would it have been at Big Town? Because I thought I saw there was a bigger bus station that allowed intercity buses that had more post-sorting facility, large warehouse, elevated bus metro station, elevated dual island platform metro station, sunken dual island university, then the university that I have, and then that stuff. Maybe what I saw was the metro intercity. Maybe it was this. Because then we also have a train metro hub, and then we have the multi-platform. I've seen people use that a lot. Very bus exchange, and like here's my favorite hub, which is the monorail bus hub. And look, it just fits in perfectly right behind the bus station. That gives us another 12 bus lines we can put in right there, and then we could have a metro, we could have the monorail line come, and we could even have a monorail line that goes straight down this road, because there's a 2-lane road with a monorail line above it, and we could go right down the strip, and we could have one-way monorail tracks that just go around the buildings and then go right behind that and just sneak in, and then like they do a turn, come right around the building, go across this road and connect right over there and do one way. And so like one way will come in, and then when they come out they'll go around that, and then have a monorail stop on the strip. Maybe two monorail stops, one right there, one right here, maybe, and then the monorail bus hub back here, and then we can have plenty of places for them to reach a station, maybe, and have lots of back and forth between the stations. But we also still need to build out 2 blocks this way and build out 2 blocks this way, and have like big hotels and whatnot. Maybe have big hotels on this end of the strip, and then have the leisure and entertainment on this end. So have the red light district down here, all the hotels and tourism over here, because there's some really cool hotels, but there's absolutely no commercial demand right now. But I just love the way this looks at night, and like there's no lights on that tower. So if we go, oh, there we go. Now there's lights on the tower. Okay. So yeah, that's what my city looks like at night. I love After Dark. I love the night cycle. It's I mean, you can kind of see the ground, and you can see where we're building, and I could maybe even do the next episode at night, so we can see if we like building at night and putting stuff in at night. But yeah, there's plenty of zoning squares to do stuff with. And I've really only put in low density commercial, like right here. And then we have one little commercial building right there and one little commercial building right there. But I haven't really done a lot of commercial, and this is supposed to be low density. It's supposed to be low density housing, and this is the King residence. And then why is there a commercial bit right there? That's supposed to be for expansion, to go in, maybe have another connection to the strip, and put this straight down and have an intersection right there, because right now it only has one intersection. It's all backing up. Or maybe we'll just have this go out and end and just fill in this area and only have the one intersection on that long road. I haven't decided yet, but the city at night is just stunning, and I love the way that the strip looks, because it's the brightest part of the city. I mean, you have the city over here, and then you just boom, big bright part, and it's in multiple hues and multiple colors, and I just love the way that looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of that. There we go. I just took a screenshot of that, and we'll put that as the thumbnail for this video. Is there a way for me to... Oh, see, I have to zoom out a little bit. Why are the lights off? What do I have to do to get the lights to come back on? Okay, so why... There we go. So the lights it just takes a minute for the building's lights to come back on. But that view... Like, if there was a way that we could just see the strip, and there it is. And I think I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Just like so. There we go. So that, I think we'll use that for the thumbnail of our video of building the commercial strip. But there it is. We have depleted the commercial demand because of that tower right there. That's a IT cluster tower, so that takes care of the industrial demand that we had. So building up a forestry industry might require a huge population. So in our next episode, we need to increase our population, maybe get to 20,000 for the, what is it, big city, small city, big city, grand city at 20,000 people. So we'll work on that in our next episode. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. If you did enjoy this presentation and you love the way this looks, please feel free to hit that like button and just let me know that you liked the episode. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please click the subscription button and also that notification bell so you always know when new content comes out. Also, please tell your friends about me so they can come and they can enjoy these videos and they can enjoy the sandbox and playing City Skylines just as much as you do. Oh, and look, we're having Aurora Borealis in the night sky. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's so pretty. So after dark is absolutely amazing. Wow, absolutely amazing. So yeah, tell your friends about me, because where are you going to see stuff like this on other people's channel? I haven't seen it on other people's channel, and I watch a lot of City Skylines, like Imperial Jedi, and I also watch Yumble and City Planner Plays. I've seen all of that, and I've never seen the Aurora Borealis on any of their videos. So here it is, Aurora Borealis right there in the night sky and the lit up strip at night. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the way this game looks. Oh, and seeing the lights went off again. So I wonder if that tower has lights go on and off, and I don't know. It might just be weird. I'm not sure. But yeah, tell your friends about me. Oh my goodness, what is this? See, I don't understand why the ground cover doesn't disappear when you put road on top of it, and the ground cover starts covering the roads. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, tell your friends about me so they can come and they can enjoy these videos and they can enjoy the adventures just as much as you do. And there again, the lights go off again, and apparently some other buildings that have the lights go off. Apparently, it's because of electricity. I think we need to take our budget, now that we're making a whole bunch of budget, and put our electricity back up to 100%. And then at night, oh yeah, we need to also put the water back up to 100%, and then at night, put it back up to 100%.
100% for electricity at night go to 100% because, come on, 100%. No, 100%. There, no, 100%. I'm trying to end the video and you won't even go to 100%. There we go. So yeah, we're bringing in 10 grand for our income. So yeah. But yeah, tell your friends about me so they can come and enjoy these videos and they can enjoy beautiful scenery just like this. Join me in my next episode where we're going to put in the monorail, and we're going to have the monorail go through the city. We're going to have the monorail go right down the strip. We'll put in a couple of monorail, maybe just one monorail station on the strip, right in the center, maybe one a third of the way down and one 2/3 down, and then have a monorail bus hub at the end of the strip and one at the transportation hub. And we can have a bus line go from hub to hub and also from the bus station down the strip, and then have a couple of bus lines from the we can do lots of stuff with public transportation. Meet me here next time when we put in public transportation, and if we have time after that, we might just try and get our population up to 20,000. I look forward to bringing you episode 9, the monorail. But until then, just enjoy this scenery for a few seconds. But I'm Z, signing off.